Jane was a beautiful piano player, fantastic musician who actually grew up here in Fayetteville. And I feel strongly that her biggest legacy here was that of being a great example of young musicians, how we have the same amount of talent in this region that other parts of the state and country do. Jane went off to Salem College. She then went to New England Conservatory and got a master's degree and then came back here. I believe she got back to Methodist in 1985 or 6 and had served here as a professor all the way till 2007 where she became an administrator for Methodist.
You know, you hear about wonderful musicians that are great performers and you hear about great teachers, but it's very, very rare that you find both of those things in one person, and that's what Jane was.
I think she raised the public conscious of what the department was doing, developing programs, community music program especially. She helped formulate the Friends of Music, which is an organization that helps us raise money and helps us support our concert series. So she spearheaded a lot of important initiatives that got into the music program here and are still with us to this day.
She loved her students here. She would go the extra mile to see that they were successful, and they loved her and they were loyal to her. She was loyal to me as a colleague, and when I brought up the idea of starting a summer music camp here, she jumped on board and we went forward, and thankfully today that music camp is still alive, and I credit much of that to Jane Gardiner's support through the years.
Here at Methodist University, we all really missed working with Jane Gardiner. She was the consummate professional, but also so very personable. She left a fantastic legacy here that we all really strive to attain amongst the way we teach our classes and the way we perform music.
She will always be in my memory as a wonderful musician, but more than that, she'll be my wonderful friend.
Gambill. I'm church administrator at Snyder Memorial Baptist in Fayetteville, and I've been in Fayetteville about 30 years. Music has been a part of my life as long as I can remember. I grew up singing in church. My mom was the church pianist, and I played trumpet through elementary school, junior high and high school, and a little bit in college. But my involvement in music in the community began with a chance conversation in the fall of 1990, where I learned that St. Patrick's Church was looking for a trumpet player for Thanksgiving. And I volunteered, and through that I began playing there regularly and met other professional and semi-professional musicians in the community, and got invited to play at many other places like Northwood Temple for their Easter and Christmas productions. Began playing weddings, played with the Fayetteville Jazz Orchestra. While I was there at St. Pat's, we started it was the Fayetteville Brass Quintet, and it became the Highland Brass Quintet. So I've been playing in the community about 27 or 28 years, and it's been just a joy and a blessing to me. What music means to me. Music is a part of my life that I can't imagine being without. Whether it's choral music or instrumental music, it's a way to worship God and give praise to Him. It's a way to bring joy to other people. I can probably explain it best with two examples. If I'm playing in church, I'm hoping that the people know the words and that they're worshiping while I'm playing. If you're playing out in the community like with big band jazz, you know you're playing well when it swings and people want to get up and dance. And so you want to, for me, music is a way to worship God, to glorify Him, my own enjoyment, and to be a blessing and an uplifting experience for others. I am overwhelmed and yet very thankful to be honored by being inducted into the Music Hall of Fame. I know many of the people that are previous recipients, and I could immediately also think of some other folks that I hope will be recognized as well. But it's an honor that I did not expect, but I'm greatly honored and deeply appreciative.
I heard an old story, how a Savior came from glory, how He gave His life on Calvary to save a wretch like me.
Hey, my name is Giles Blankenship. I grew up in Martinsville, Virginia, and came to North Carolina, many years ago, but I've been in Fayetteville, North Carolina for 15 years now, working here at Snyder Memorial Baptist Church. I'm the minister of worship.
In Jesus, my Savior.
So I grew up in a musical family. My mom was the choir director at my church, and Dad sang bass in the choir, played tuba in the community band. And so I've always been around music, in church and school choirs, in the school band program, jazz band, and Mom was always careful as a voice major herself, with a master's in voice, to make sure that I sang properly and opened my throat and did all these things. And she raised me up in the way that I should go. And I'm very grateful for her influence, and Dad's and band directors and choir directors through the ages. My work here at Snyder as minister of worship, I love it. I love it. I get to be a part of the worship that happens in this space right here, the planning of it, the rehearsing of the band and the vocal team and the worship choir and the tech team, and all that goes into making our 840 worship gathering happen. And in addition to that, I love being a part of the Snyder's worship ministry, whether it's the singing Christmas tree or a Maundy Thursday service or whatever it might be. Music is important to me because it is what God has given me. It's what helps me express myself when I'm excited, when I'm frustrated, when I'm full of joy, when I'm not full of joy. Music is that thing that helps me express myself. It comes out in songs, it comes out just me sitting down at a piano or a guitar and just playing. Music is important to me because it is what God has given me to do. I really feel like it's the place where where my passion and God's calling meets.
Your hand is always on me. You know my every need. Where can I go from you?
Being inducted into the Fayetteville Music Hall of Fame is just the coolest thing. I'm so excited to be a part of it, and I thank the Community Concert Series. This is awesome. I really appreciate it.
You are there. Oh, if I take the wings of the morning, beyond the sea to dwell, even there.